What's up, guys? Welcome back to Dasatrades. Today recap is a little different because the hardest part of trading today didn't happen while I was in the trade. It happened after we see market move up to the price that we predicted this morning. This is exactly a situation where I'm trying to improve as a trader, to not just become emotional about it, but more like disciplined. Because I need to, as a trader, you need to be able to manage your emotions after a trade, even if it's a loss or win. So right now I can show you guys, we lost $73 on both accounts. We currently have about 1900 buffer on both accounts. So my goal is to pass them. I need about 1600, so we can pass them and we can get funded on these accounts. That's my goal for this month. Hopefully sooner than later. Not rushing again, because then if I rush the process, then I know I'm gonna make dumb decisions that I will regret later on. We had this 4 hours highs right here. We also had this 4 hours right here where we have this gap, and we also had this London highs right here, which this is where I wanted market to go, as when I saw market close on the first hour so bullish. My first two trades, they were actually shorts. I was trying to target this 5-minute level support right here, because that was the only support we had form after a small retrace. So that's what I was targeting today on the first two trades. As you can see, not a good first entry on this choppiness right here. I think it was around 45. Yeah, 45, and then our stop loss was like 64. So I'm trying to figure out. Okay, so this is the first trade loss. Again, I was trying to aim for these lows right here potentially, and then that first was about like $70 loss. Second trade, again, after we took 4 hour highs, we closed stronger sellers, but then market just hold, and honestly, I know a lot of people probably got trapped on this. Me, I would have got, like, if I didn't have the knowledge, and if I didn't have the 3 trades per day limit, I would have probably lost my emotions and concentration. Again, another loss literally at the bottom, and then we got out around this candle, and then that was that put us at 180 loss. Then I took another trade, was able to recover some of the two losses, and bring me back to $73, as you guys saw at the beginning. At that point, I had reached my 3 trades for the day, so my account was locked out. You can see here, it got locked once I got out on this trade. Then a couple hours later, I look at the market, and then I just see all this move, right? It's just all this, like, I'm not saying I will probably hold on up to here, because I only trade until 12, but like I would probably held this trade, because just knowing how bullish we are, as you can see, MES is already at all-time highs again. So that was another confirmation that MNQ was probably gonna continue higher today. So I got some FOMO, and this is why I'm doing this recap, and also as a journal for me, because I'm starting to feel FOMO, because I could have, I feel like I missed a great opportunity to make a lot of money today. But I feel like if I go with that mindset for the rest of the week, we still have 3 days. The week is still, we still have time, and there's nothing pressing, like, for us to be feeling pressure about. So I have to do things differently, but I have to remember that trading is not about catching the entire move, right? Not always you're gonna do that. I know Friday we were able to do it, but not always. This is real trading. Like, you're not gonna be able to catch 200, 300 points every day, right? Market is gonna continue no matter what, right? Even if you exit at these levels, if it wants to continue, we'll continue. My job is not to get this entire move. My job is to be able to execute my plan, right? So I want to go over a little bit more about this trade and why I took it. As you can see, we also are opening on the 10-minute candle. We have a lot of liquidity to the upside, plus MES is a strong leader for today's market. So that's why I felt like taking MEQ was better, and also because of this choppy, because I knew, like, because of past experiences, that we're not gonna go low, even if it showed like it was like, as you can see, all these candles are just pushing, like, and like a lot of just buyers are getting in, right? This is reason why I get in, because I was looking at this trade first year and I was like, okay, I want this lows to hold, right? But then we kind of like go lower, and then I'm like, okay, I see this push higher, then I enter on the 30 seconds, sorry, and then I was like, I think about here, like, I was thinking more about the money of like me, like, making back that 180 instead of just trusting the plan and just letting the trade run, right? Didn't matter how much money, just trusting the plan. So we get a pullback to the 1 minute fair value gap that we created after closing above this level. Disrespected, but we still close above it, right? We hold it, and then we finally get the push, and then we just continue all day pushing higher. For me, after taking some time today, after this last trade, the lesson that I'm taking from today is that I need to have a better management during my trades. I need to also follow my plan before like I enter a trade. I must be sure of the trade that I'm taking. Where am I gonna take profits? Where am I gonna let like this trade run? Like if I am, like just leave it, like let it run with one contract, right? Because I do two contracts, so I can take full TP with one and then just let another one run. I don't want to make those decisions anymore. Like, I don't want to take my asset or like move my stop loss or disrespect my where I want target like market to go because of emotions while I'm in the trade, because every time that happens, it always goes wrong, right? So it needs to be like I need to be in the auto. Like, I just gotta go in and out, put the levels, wait for the market to hit them, and that's it. That's our job as a trader. I'm gonna write down for myself tomorrow's plan, and for the rest of the week that I need to remind myself, so I do not lose in my focus, and I do not like fall in the emotion path where I get emotionally trying to recover money, and I just focus on the money and trying to pass these accounts, and then I get them blue, right? So I think the first one is gonna be no revenge trading. That's really important. Second one is no FOMO, because that's what I felt after I saw this market moving higher. I was like questioning, like, why did I get out here? And then also this mistake have repeat on the past weeks. So it's something that I need to, I already have identified. I just need to work on it more. Not trying to recover today. For example, like every day, like if I lose, I lose. That's it. Not trying to, add contrast or like, take bigger size just to recover a loss. Follow my setup. Trust in it. Trust in my setup. Trust. Follow and trust my setup, because I can if I don't follow my setup, it's because I'm not trusting it. And if I trust this setup, we would have been like, we'll have a good day today because of how, like, look at the entry. Also, market never went down after that. I mean, it did. It has some sellers, but like overall, if you go on the high time frame, market is bullish, and then we're probably gonna continue higher tomorrow. And then the last one will be trust in my process. Trust my process, right? Because I like, again, it doesn't need to be, none of this needs to be like happening now. I don't need the money now. I don't need to chase it now, because if I chase it, then I will never be able to learn and grow as a trader, right? And then be able to apply these lessons, and the market is showing me every day, because I'm still not, for like, let's say, perfect. Like, I'm still not, like, you know what I mean, I'm still not applying what it needs to, like, what I need to apply so I can get better results. Tomorrow, I'm not I'm not gonna go to the market trying to make anything back. These past two losses, I mean, it's still, you know, we're being able to keep these losses like small compared to the win. So I'm just, tomorrow and for the rest of the week, I just want to focus on executing my plan. A win is great, but the main goal is just to become consistent. And then if we, you know, we can be rewarded by passing these accounts, that would be great. But again, the main goal is to be disciplined, to show up every day, to follow our rules, to trust in the process, not try to recover a loss immediately, and then do not revenge trade. I hope this can I can learn from today's lessons, and also yesterday's, to have a good rest of the week, be able to finish strong. I will see you guys tomorrow again. If I get in on a trade, I'll be posting the trade recap, and then let's see what the market do for us tomorrow.